everyone, I'm Barbara from Fairies in My Pond, and I did a lot of work on her last night, and I took her cover off and looked at her first thing this morning, because it's always good to, get your eyes away from it, because you'll start seeing, you won't see your mistakes. You'll just keep seeing the same thing over and over. And I did a lot of smoothing on her. I did work on her one eye, and when I started the camera, I thought the camera was on, but it wasn't. And I'm glad I caught it, because like I said, sculpting this doll, once I do it, if I don't get it on camera, that's going to be it. Okay, so I'm trying to do my best. Now, for many of you, I've told you about how I love using a plastic straw, and I cut one up last night, and what I want is, I want just a little bit of a half of a curvature, and that is how I actually created this eyelid. Now, when you look at the eyelid here, because I'm going to be doing something different, is that as of right now, it looks like this is too thick. But when I melt out my wax and then I drill into the eye socket from inside of the head, this is going to become thinner. That's why I really want it to stay thicker, because if it was too thin, by me drilling that out, it would break. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you how I would do it. And I just take my straw and I want to get it as close as I can to where the other eyelid is starting. And I just place it in there of where I want it, which I got a head start. Okay, and then I just move it. And I want to take it to the end of the eye socket. Then I'll take a tool because see, I'm not so worried about this part of the eye because I dig it out, but there's still some in there. But if I wanted to, I could just go ahead and dig that out. But because I've got wax in there, what would happen is that my wax would actually melt out too fast. And I don't want that. I want the wax to melt out slow. So I just go ahead, and sometimes, which I do, get my clay, but although, let's see, I'm going to try this. Because see this part right in here, right in here, I need more of an eyelid. So I am going to take the straw, and bear with me you guys if you can't see it. I have to be able to see it here. Let me see if I dig that in. There we go. See, you just want to go slow with it. Take a little bit at a time. Okay, now I'm going to take my tool here. Okay, and I still do need to add. So let's see what this is going to do. But this block here is going to be really the eye here, because this, once I get this eyelid in, then I'm going to have to really work on it. Because what I want is I want the eyelid to come out further in the center, and then the corners to be back further. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to take just a little bit of clay from here and see if I can work it in. Sometimes this works too. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little trick here. I'll take this out. Just a little bit. Very slow. And what I can do, let me find it. Let's see which one will it fit. Oh, here. Okay, I have another straw, and what I can do is slip it in. Okay. And I'm just pressing down just a little bit. Now what that's going to do, it's going to give me a base, or a base to where it's supporting that eyelid, and I can actually pull my clay out to where I want that center of that eyelid to come out. That straw there gives me a little bit of support and holds that clay in place. I don't know if you can see that. And I need a little bit more. And then I'm going to show you here too. Okay, do you see how my clay, I lay it on the straw, and then I will work it around that straw to give me the shape that I want. But you see how that straw really comes in handy? Okay, I'm just going to keep working on it. and I want to get it to match the other one. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to slowly pull this out. Okay, see? Now, this looks like this is much thicker in here than this. Now, you have to decide on which one you want. And actually, I'm going to go with this one. So this one here, I would actually cut down. So I would take my straw, slip it in, and take a little bit off here. And then I kind of like twist it just a little bit. And you see, I still have more work to do on this side. I'm liking this one much better. And I think that what I need to do is to see how I think I'm a little bit further, deeper, I should say, deeper in this eye than I am this one, and I like this one better. So I think what I would do is fill that in and probably start over with the eye. Now that is the one thing that is really neat about doing it with a straw, is that if I do mess up, it's so easy for me to put the clay back in and then just take your straw, make your impression of the eye, and then start shaping it the way that you want to shape it afterwards. Okay, now I have added the neck, which this is going to need some cleaning up. And when I get to the next part, I'm going to show you how, since my head is going to be hollow, how I make that neck so that it will hold an armature. And then of course I have to do the ears. But I wanted to show you the eyes. It's going to be a short video today, and I am going to get this eye to match this one, and then I'm going to clean it up and I'll get ready to put her ears on. So everybody, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next video.